Egypt, the gift of the Nile. Hello, and welcome to a journey through time, the rich history of Egypt from ancient civilizations to the modern republic. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history of Egypt, from the ancient dynasties to the modern republic, and highlight the key events and achievements that have shaped this great civilization. Egypt's landmarks. Egypt is home to some of the world's most recognizable historical landmarks, such as the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. They were built during the Old Kingdom period, around 2500 BCE, and are located on the Giza Plateau, just outside Cairo. The Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Great Pyramid, is the largest of the three pyramids at Giza and was built as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu. It took over 20 years to build, using around 2.3 million stone blocks that weigh an average of 2.5 tons each. It is estimated that over 100,000 workers were involved in the construction. On the other hand, the Sphinx is a giant limestone statue with a human's head and a lion's body. It is believed to have been built during the reign of the pharaoh Khafra, Khufu's son and successor. The Sphinx is approximately 73 meters long, 20 meters wide, and 20 meters high. It is one of the largest and oldest statues in the world. The purpose of the Sphinx is partially clear, although it is believed to have had a religious or spiritual significance. It could also serve as a guardian for the Pyramid of Giza and the surrounding area. Over the centuries, the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx have become symbols of ancient Egypt and have captured the imagination of people around the world. They have been the subject of numerous archaeological studies and continue to fascinate researchers and tourists alike. Today, they are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites and are visited by millions yearly. King Tut. King Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who ruled during the 18th dynasty, approximately 1332 to 1323 BCE. King Tut is famous for two main reasons. First, because his tomb was discovered almost intact by archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922, making it one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. And second, because he is one of the few pharaohs whose name and memory were not lost to history. His name was erased from official records shortly after his death, and he was largely forgotten until the discovery of his tomb. The discovery of King Tut's tomb revealed a treasure trove of artifacts, including his golden mask, jewelry, furniture, and other items that gave insight into the life and culture of ancient Egypt. It also sheds light on the political and religious landscape of the time, as King Tut was the last pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, and his reign marked the end of an era in Egyptian history. Despite his short reign, King Tut is also notable for his efforts to restore religious and cultural traditions that had been disrupted during his father's reign, Akhenaten. He oversaw the restoration of temples and the revival of traditional spiritual practices, and his legacy helped shape Egypt's religious landscape for centuries to come. Egypt is considered one of the world's oldest and most influential civilizations, credited with many significant contributions that have had a lasting impact on the planet. One of the most significant contributions of ancient Egypt was the development of a system of writing called hieroglyphics, which allowed them to record their history, culture, and beliefs in great detail. This writing system was one of the first in the world and has been studied and admired by scholars for centuries. In addition, the Egyptians were pioneers in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. They developed sophisticated mathematical systems that allowed them to construct their buildings and monuments with remarkable precision and accuracy. Their understanding of astronomy helped them develop a sophisticated calendar used for centuries. The Egyptians also developed a system of medicine that relied on natural remedies and preventive measures, laying the foundation for modern medical practices. Imhotep is one of the most celebrated figures in ancient Egyptian history and is widely regarded as the world's first recorded physician. Imhotep was a polymath, which means he excelled in various fields of study, including architecture, engineering, astronomy, and medicine. He was a high-ranking official in the court of King Djoser, who ruled Egypt during the 27th century BCE, and is credited with designing and building the first pyramid in Egypt, the Step Pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara. Imhotep's contributions to medicine were significant and enduring. He is credited with developing several groundbreaking medical treatments and techniques ahead of their time. For example, he is credited with inventing the surgical use of metal instruments and developing remedies for various ailments, including tuberculosis, arthritis, and gallstones. One of the most remarkable aspects of Imhotep's medical work was his understanding of the importance of cleanliness and sanitation in preventing the spread of disease. He is known to have practiced rigorous hygiene in his medical procedures, using sterilization techniques to avoid infection. Imhotep's reputation as a healer was so excellent that he was deified after his death and worshipped as a god of medicine. He is still remembered today as one of the greatest figures in the history of medicine. His medical knowledge was influential in developing ancient medical practices and the later medical systems that emerged in Greece and Rome. Egypt's influence also extended beyond its borders. As a central trading hub, they had contact with many other civilizations and could share their knowledge and ideas with others. For example, the Greeks were heavily influenced by Egyptian philosophy and mythology, and many Greek scholars studied in Egypt. Overall, ancient Egypt's contributions to civilization were vast and far-reaching. Their influence can be seen in everything from the buildings we inhabit to how we think about the world around us. In modern times, Egypt has undergone many changes, including a revolution in 2011 that saw the overthrow of President Hosni Mubarak. The country is now a republic with a president and a parliament. The people of Egypt continue to work towards a more democratic society. Egypt is a country with a rich and diverse population. The majority of the population is made up of Egyptians, who are descendants of the ancient Egyptians, as well as Arabs who arrived in the country during the Muslim conquest in the 7th century. In addition to these two groups, there are also small communities of Nubians, Berbers, and other ethnic groups. Egyptians are known for their unique culture, blending African, Middle Eastern, and Mediterranean influences. They are proud of their rich history and heritage, reflected in their art, music, literature, and architecture. The official language of Egypt is Arabic, but many Egyptians also speak English and French. Egypt is a predominantly Muslim country, with around 90% of the population following the Islamic faith. However, there is also a significant Christian minority, with Coptic Christians making up about 10% of the population. Along with its rich history, Egypt has a vibrant modern culture. Its cuisine is a fusion of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flavors, and street food is a popular way to sample the local fare. Some of the most popular foods in Egypt are koshari, a popular street food made with rice, macaroni, lentils, chickpeas, and topped with a spicy tomato sauce and crispy fried onions. Full medames, a traditional breakfast dish with fava beans, garlic, lemon juice, and olive oil. It is usually served with pita bread. Molokhia, a soup made with the molokhia plant leaves, a type of spinach. It is typically served with rice or bread and can be made with chicken or beef. Egyptian music is also vital to the country's culture, with traditional instruments such as the oud and the qanan still being played today. Egyptians also love to celebrate, with festivals such as Eid al-Fitr and Sham el-Nessim being important cultural events. These festivals bring people together from all walks of life and showcase the diversity of Egypt's population. Egypt is located in the northeastern region of Africa and the southwestern region of Asia. The Mediterranean Sea borders it to the north, the Gaza Strip and Israel to the northeast, the Red Sea to the east, Sudan to the south, and Libya to the west. The country spans an area of about 1 million square kilometers and is divided into 27 governorates. The Nile River, the longest river in the world, runs through the country's center and is a significant water source and fertile land for agricultural production. The capital city of Egypt is Cairo. It is the largest city in the country, with a population of over 10 million people. It is also the country's cultural, political, and economic center. Cairo is located in northern Egypt, near the Nile Delta region. It is home to numerous historical and cultural landmarks, including the Great Pyramids of Giza, the Egyptian Museum, and the Islamic Cairo district. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through time and gained a greater appreciation for this incredible country. Thank you for watching.